Back at it again.
Again. What's going on, man?
Shit.
We're just telling a story at the end of the day.
You can enjoy a fully clothed, totally platonic cuddle session. Not sure what we're doing.
Are these lines safe?
Yeah, we can literally say anything we want.
Talk mad shit.
Please continue to follow us. You can find us on all social medias.
All social medias.
All social medias.
All podcasts.
Everywhere that you could listen to a podcast, we're pretty much there. We are rolling. Check.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Hey, what's up? What's up? I think we just lost like 40 fucking listeners because of the beginning of this episode.
That was a Beavis and Butthead impression.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Yeah, good start.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I'll give you a chance to reset and rewind if you want to take that away. All right. You're like,
we're still rolling.
Like,
that would require me to move and hit buttons.
Fuck it. We're gonna fucking dance.
We're rolling with this.
We're gonna dance.
This is who we are.
Yeah.
You don't like me.
So what's going on, man? Do you have a good weekend?
I did. It was relaxing actually today. It was phenomenal. Just bullshitted. Watched some Netflix. Yeah, fucking relaxed, dude. For the first time in quite a while. Normally Sundays are like, okay, cool, it's me and the kid, but I've got a list of shit I got to do since I worked the rest of the week. So today was literally like, and he was in a good mood, so we literally just chilled. I found out he likes fucking like really old school breakbeat music, which is awesome. Because normally I'm like, can we please stop watching that shitty show or whatever, listening to whatever's kitty
on
music.
YouTube.
Well, right. So I was like, oh fuck, he was okay with this. Sweet.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Yeah.
I had so much
perk.
Dude, we had so much scheduled this weekend. Like so much.
What do you mean to go shit to go do?
So much going on. Like great, like Knox's his great grandmother's birthday. Like we were supposed to go hang out.
Party.
And then there was like a baptism this morning that we were supposed to go to. But he's been sick. So it's been Disney Plus and
I'm sorry, my kid's sick. I can't go do all that
the outside
fun
world.
stuff that you just listed off.
But I say that, man, and it really was like, I mean, like this is like the first weekend where like, I mean, we had a ton of shit to do, but we didn't do any of it.
Yeah.
So that was almost greater for me. That I was like, it's like a stay of execution. Like it's coming,
right?
But
well, let me ask this: have you used your kid as a get out of jail free card?
I don't.
So it wasn't karma.
No,
so
I don't.
I've got
use
some
that
karma
shit.
coming my way for sure, and I don't know when it's going to hit. But I'm like, no, sorry. Oh God, no, my kid's got a little bit of a fever, so I got to stick around. I can't do that tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That shit's going to whack me, dude. I know.
Nah, man. I try not to, dude. I try not. It's bad. Like you said, dude, it's bad juju. So I try not to. I try not to use the kid as a scapegoat.
I'm rolling the dice daily, man.
Now,
living on the edge.
I will say that an exception to that is if I feel like we're ramping up to an illness and I don't want to do some shit, then I definitely will.
He's getting sick.
I'm like,
you're not lying. You're not lying.
Well, I'd be like, well, I at least run it by my wife. Like, I don't make any executive. Ever since I got married, dude, I don't make executive decisions anymore. Like, I'm basically the life secretary at this point. Like, people kind of like bounce ideas off of me, but I don't say yes or no to anything. I don't get like executive privilege when it comes to like tapping out of something. Like,
absolutely.
Unless it's something I'm solely responsible for.
Well, yeah, of course.
Then yes, I can tap in or tap out. But
no, I basically just say, "Oh, hey, thank you for including me and making me feel like I matter." Because truthfully, we know I don't.
Right.
Let's be real.
So yeah, it is, and it's not. Like it's good, but I also like I never know what's coming.
Yeah.
I usually find out like the day before or 3 days before. She's told me a million times, but I just haven't like written it down or put it in a calendar reminder or anything. Like I'm terrible about that shit.
I am. Well, I used to be. I have to be organized now. I set reminders. I literally just talk into my phone. Reminder for tomorrow at 10 a.m. and whatever the fuck.
I mean, I'm like that with work.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I have to be with work, but when it comes to stuff outside of work, I'm just like, yeah, I'll remember.
I just feel bad. Shit. Like for me, it's like because me and my wife, we're cool. We're happy just coming home and hanging out and not doing shit. But we're like, now we're going, man, he's getting older. You know, now it's to the point where we want him to go out and do shit and experience stuff. So we're like, okay, we got to start planning shit for him.
Yeah.
And even though we don't feel like it, we got to get her ass off the couch and go do some shit.
Well, I will say thank God for my wife because she is all about getting him out and doing stuff, and that's good, man. Because
she's young.
Yeah, dude.
You're welcome, Ash.
Hope you heard that. My natural gear is like neutral when it comes to it.
Right.
I'm like, dude, we can read books and shit. Like we can do a puzzle, like spatial awareness kind of stuff. I don't know. It's just, I think it's just because I'm, my schedule is fucking from the time I wake up in the morning to the time I go to bed at night. Usually, like just jam packed. Like,
well, that's just it, man. I'm tired.
Yeah.
But hey, fuck it. Time to.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta.
Time to suck it up and stop.
You gotta
bitching.
be a parent. You gotta be a parent, bro.
Yeah, it's fun as hell. I'm bitching, but dude, I love it. It's
I love it too, man. Yeah.
And we obviously have made time to come down here and do this shit and dick around for a few hours a week. So
our 1 day a week that we escape from parental responsibility for a few hours.
Yeah, and for some fucked up reason, people are tuned in and listening to our asses talk about our lives and bitch and moan.
Really flattered by the response we've gotten. It's been really nice to see.
Flattered is an understatement. Yeah. It's kind of it's mind blowing.
Yeah, like I've been quite speechless. And if you've heard any of our previous podcasts, you know that's hard to pull off. I usually have an opinion or a statement about everything. So
that's very true. So honestly, thank you. That's
thank you.
Fucking dope. And hey, go ahead and give them the plug, and then since it's a good segue.
Yeah. So
we're getting better at this, dude. I tell you,
slightly. So you can follow us on all the social medias.
All of them.
All of the social media. We are on all the Twitters.
We tweet for days.
We tweeting for days.
We tweet. So actually, I just changed the Twitter.
You can twat handle. Us. You can twat us at.
Twat us at. It is podcast BOTE. So podcast BOTE.
Yeah. And then we're based on True Events Podcast on Facebook, Instagram.
Yep.
And you can find us there. We usually post information about our upcoming episodes and, funny shit here and there.
I try to post some photos, after we release the episode of something other than the victims, if there are any in the stories. Yeah. We'll try to post something just to kind of keep you up to speed of what the hell we're doing and what we're talking about. And it's fun, and we want interaction. So I figure the more shit that I throw out there, maybe people will comment and interact back. It gives everybody a chance to kind of communicate.
Yeah, and definitely, drop suggestions or comments, concerns.
Which we've been getting a ton of them. I'm doing one my next episode, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And just to backtrack, give a shout out to my guys at Bourbon's Bistro. What's up? You guys have dropped us a suggestion. Jeremy at Bourbon's Bistro dropped me the suggestion for the Iceman Killer.
Yo, what's good, Jeremy?
So,
that was a good one.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, no doubt.
For everybody else out there who's, sending us suggestions, we're going to be better about making sure you get your due credit for the I Wrote for BOTE section.
Yeah, which, speaking of that, we're still doing the I Wrote for BOTE. It's not a contest. What the hell? Like a thing where I don't know what the fuck we call it, but we will choose every month. We'll choose our favorite suggestion, and we'll send that person a T-shirt.
A T-shirt. That says, I Wrote for BOTE.
I Wrote for BOTE. It's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, I can legitimately wear one of the shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have yet to do so.
No, but we will.
Yes.
I don't know though. It's one of those, like, if you're in a fucking band, do you wear your own band T-shirt?
Yeah, it's I mean, I guess how shitty it depends on how shitty your band is.
That's fair.
Like if you're Dexy from Dexy and the Midnight Riders, you might not be wearing that shirt.
Probably not rocking that one.
You're like, nah, man, look, it pays the bills, but I ain't proud of this.
But I ain't proud of it. That's true. Oh, and not just so those of you that are not on social media, Eric's always good about fucking getting on me about this.
Yes.
Make sure that you guys, if you have suggestions, send them to basedonTrueEventsPodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And you can hit us up that way as well.
For those of you off the grid.
Off the interweb.
Which,
there's plenty,
I'm
sure.
Dude, I am.
You're getting better. You're getting more active.
Am I?
Well,
I don't know. I feel like
I know you don't
getting,
fuck with the Facey book, but
I'm getting closer and closer to just, walking away from all of it.
All of it.
Yeah, like at some point we're just gonna be in like some quiet compound, like we're gonna have like a fucking gas powered generator, so we can post and shit.
Here we go. Turn it on. Crank it up. Let me go get some gas.
Eric's gone recluse. He's fucking off the grid completely now.
Completely off the grid. All right. Well, shit, man. What do you got for us this evening?
I got this.
Oh, is this the one I gave you?
This is
from
one
my
you
list?
He's like the 5-name guy
The
that
French,
I did like half my research on the wrong fucking thing because the Frenchman.
Yeah.
So Marcel, Andre, Henri, Felix, Petiot.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit really. So I thought that this guy was like. There's a story that I've been wanting to do. It's about lycanthropia.
Yeah, so that's why I made the comment last time too, because I got fucked up. I was like, "Yeah, it's the werewolf dude."
The werewolf guy.
Yeah,
this guy's not that
okay.
dude. Like this dude.
Who
like
is he?
This
Tell us
guy.
who he is.
So this guy is he's a French serial killer that was born in 1897. His moniker, or the name that he kind of went by, was Dr. Satan.
Shit, yeah. Okay.
Which, like, all right, just we're like 5 seconds in, and I've got to do this part. Stop giving the serial killers cool fucking names, guys.
That's the truth.
Like, I mean, to any of these creepy fuckers, you call them Dr. Satan, and they're like, yes, Dr. Satan.
Dr. Satan.
Yeah, like.
Well, that I feel like that's been in a shit ton of movies too.
Well, I mean, all your Rob Zombie movies has had Dr. Satan.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, that's
House of a Thousand Corpses.
I mean,
Dr.
even
Satan.
El Super Beasto had Dr. Satan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. That's
So-
why it's so familiar to me.
Yeah.
I do. So I actually, I don't know if I know anything about the real Dr. Satan that you're about to.
We're about to learn.
Fair enough.
Learning together.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay. So, for the record, when I sent you a message about what this dude's name was, it's because I was doing all this research on fucking werewolf cases. And I'm like, dude, what is this guy's name? Like, it's not showing. Like, this is definitely not the name of the guy that he gave me.
So you were literally researching the wrong person?
Yeah, so I did like half of my research on the wrong thing, and then I pulled it back and I did research on this guy.
That's why when you were like, hey, what's this dude's name? I was like, wow, you were going to be prepared.
Yeah, so, but that
Fair enough.
It was like I was preparing, and I'm like, dude, I cannot find this motherfucker anywhere.
You could have done
But
the fucking werewolf.
Well, yeah, but you fucking agreed with me, so that's why I went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, fair enough. Next time, werewolf man.
Yeah, so just to kind of set the scene for this guy. Okay, so he was born in 1897, and he was a Frenchman, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
So that was correct. You were correct. He is French.
Fantastic. There's a first time for everything.
But so this guy kind of. Do I want to jump straight in the? No, I'm gonna start with like his early life. So,
all right.
His early life is kind of. It's funny. They have this statement about him at 11. So in 1907, 1908. At age 11, Dr. Satan fired his father's gun in class and then propositioned a young girl in class for sex. I was like, that's like the first bit about him that people
Did they call him like Dr. Satan when he was 7.
No, man.
Okay.
Well, he was 11.
Or 11.
No, I'm not going through Mr. Five names every time.
Yeah, that's fair. Cool.
I'll call him Marcel if you want to go that route.
No,
But
dude,
I figured it was
Dr.
a little bit more interesting. I just call him Dr. Satan.
When Dr. Satan was 11.
Dr. Satan.
So he shot his dad's gun
In school.
and asked a girl to hook up.
Yeah, and then he was like, "You want a bone?"
Now that I'm a
Now that I'm the baddest
wild man.
Now that I'm the baddest bitch in school.
Did that do it for you?
Like I'm not. Please don't bring guns to school, kids.
Yeah, we are not condoning.
That's not what I'm saying. Like okay. I am showing the framework of how the serial killer came to be.
Yeah.
So if you need any other, forewarning that this is antisocial and frowned upon behavior, he's a serial killer named Dr. Satan.
Not exactly a role model here, folks.
Walk away from this.
Yeah.
So his early life was really kind of, I want to say plagued, but it's not really plagued. It was more of, he was just like a hoodlum, man. He's just kind of like, he stole shit, he broke shit, vandalized that
But
kind
we're
of
not
shit.
talking about like normal, like little kid mischievous shit. Like he was a bad kid.
I mean, yeah, damaged public
Shooting gun in school, I guess, is fucking
damage.
Stupid question.
The damage of public property and mailboxes, some theft. He went undergo. He did undergo. He went into. He joined the French military during World War One.
Okay.
And he was subsequently injured, and then sent to what they called a rest home, which is essentially just like a rehabilitation center for like when you're injured. He ended up, while he was in the military, he underwent 3 psychological evaluations where he was found mentally incompetent. And then he ended up...
Dr. Satan was a dummy?
No, Dr. Satan was crazy.
Or sick.
Like
okay,
he injured himself on purpose with a grenade.
Yeah. Well, so he is dumb. But okay, yeah, he's nuts.
Well, yeah, nuts is a better answer than dumb. Because the guy, then after being released with a full pension from the military, full pension, he then enrolled in a accelerated medical training. Jesus. So he completed medical training inside of 8 months.
If you're gonna try to get out of the military, don't use a grenade, dude. Shoot yourself in the foot or some shit. Like, what are you doing?
I didn't say he was smart, bro.
That's why I was calling him a dummy. But yeah, okay.
But actually, I'm saying this dude's pretty smart. Like, honestly, like when he did the medical
that's
school
why he's called
in like
a doctor.
8 months. So, but there's some stuff. There's some
right.
stuff. Like we'll get there.
All right.
So there are some. So when he then becomes a doctor in just outside of the Paris area, a local community, where he subsequently is linked to illegal abortions and medication selling. So
like black market medication.
Well, more like come in and I'll give you a prescription. Come in and like prescription writing, like pill house kind of stuff, pill mill kind of
coat
stuff.
Hanger in the alley. Type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Ugh.
Like so, he then strikes up a carnal knowledge relationship with.
That's the second time we've heard it.
No, I added that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's not verbatim.
I was like, we just learned what that meant.
Yeah, no. So he strikes up a physical relationship with one of his patient's daughters.
They boning.
Illustrated as probably one of his first victims. Shortly after her disappearance, his neighbors saw him loading a large trunk into his vehicle and driving away.
Don't mind me.
There's really not much that was said about this poor young woman.
Oh, okay.
They said that she disappeared, but it was kind of like that time period. It was like, right after World War One, where
right after he was putting a trunk in his car.
No, it was like right after World War One. So people are kind of like, it's not the most reputable people. Like you couldn't really like pin it on him unless, So I would say definitely his first murder.
Okay. Yeah.
But he was never formally accused of this as his first murder.
Right.
I think more in retrospect, people are like, "Oh yeah, he did that one too."
Oh, he definitely did that.
Yeah, he definitely did that shit too.
Right.
So he ends up successfully running for mayor of this small town.
Jesus.
Where
Mayor Dr. Satan.
Where so Mayor Dr. Satan is actually removed from office for stealing everything that he could get his hands on from the
office supplies and shit.
Like the treasury, like he stole money, like he stole like a stone cross, like he stole fucking everything.
Damn.
And so they fire the mayor for thieving. But this doesn't stop him from being subsequently elected to a second
term.
No,
I guess it's not a term.
A second office in a different branch of local government, where he is quickly removed from that role as well.
Check a resume, people.
For stealing electricity.
What?
Yeah. So this guy's champion of life.
How do you steal electricity?
I know, that was a weird one for me too. It's not like you can jar that shit up and walk out the door with it. But I guess he's like plugging the house into
extension cords are coming in through the windows and shit from the neighbors.
So knowing that he is kind of destroyed his reputation in this small town,
right?
He moves to Paris, where he forges documents and becomes based on the fact that he was a mayor and that he's made it through as an injured veteran from World War I. On this reputation, he basically, and falsified documents,
of course,
he basically becomes a prestigious doctor in the Paris area, where he is allowed to write death certificates.
Good Lord.
Oh, see, now they talked about this, but they didn't really hone in on this like I would have. He can write death certificates at this point. So how many, that's the thing, is like, how many people did he kill and then just change?
Is he getting away with?
Make the death certificate like they were hit by a truck.
Yeah, no shit.
Maybe he didn't, but maybe he did. Like that's kind of my thing, is like everybody kind of glossed over that.
Yeah, right.
That it was just like, oh, and he was
by the way.
Yeah, he was able to write death certificates.
That's kind of a huge deal.
Yeah. So
I mean, if somebody in that position should not be trusted, or they should be trusted. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Okay, yeah. So around this time, like after he gets some prestige and he gets kind of rolling with his I guess illicit life of crime.
Okay.
In Paris, he's immediately under suspicion of, again, illegal abortions and basically selling prescriptions.
That's his specialty, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of like where he starts, So he then, before anything can really happen with that, World War II breaks out.
So he's never arrested for this shit. Like, he's just like,
oh, we're getting there, buddy.
Well, I mean, so far, obviously, but I mean, like, he's just fired and shunned, so he has to leave because he's not getting any work.
Well, that was like the first town, and like he literally, I mean, he was elected to be mayor, and then he was elected to another role, and he doesn't change his behavior.
Right.
But he's obviously got the gift of gab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I will say this, like, if you see this guy, like, if you see him unshaven, he looks kind of creepy anyway, kind of like a dirty manipulator. I'm
going to Google him right now just so I can have a visual.
He kind of looks like those old black and white movies with like Humphrey Bogart and stuff like that. He looks like he would play the bad guy in any of those movies. Right. And then when he grows like facial hair, he looks like every human example of what Wario from Mario Kart and the Mario Brothers series looks like. I mean, it's like almost like they drew this guy with a hat on to be Wario.
Unbelievable. Well, of course, I don't know how to spell his name, so I typed Dr. Satan, and it's nothing but fictional character from Rob Zombie.
Yeah, fictional characters from Rob Zombie. Yes. So World War II breaks out after some of these allegations of illegal abortions. And I'm pretty sure at that time period, all abortion was illegal. So
Right.
anybody offering this service was
breaking the law.
breaking the law.
And doing it, yeah.
Right. So as World War II breaks out, he, by his own admission, says that he is working with the French underground, the resistance fighters of the French.
Just real quick, this dude is terrifying.
Yeah, like he's
beady eyes. He's got the old school mustache. Like he's a.
But doesn't he look like exactly like the bad guy in every one of those black and white movies?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like I mean, he's
like
not,
he's Mr. Hyde, or is it Dr. Jekyll?
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah, like I mean, he's not super like physically overwhelming looking.
No, but he's creepy.
But he's creepy as fuck. Yeah,
I don't always recommend Googling photos of what we discussed. This one I feel like is okay, at least just for an image of this guy, because it will make this story probably twice as good, because he is a beady-eyed, kind of creepy looking little dude.
Yeah. So
sorry, continue.
So, but in his own admission, he said that he was working with French resistance. Nobody really ever corroborated that. So this is where his killing really comes into full front. Okay. So,
well, killing that is factual, because we already have assumed that he's doing some killing.
Well, we know that he probably killed the one girl.
Right. Okay.
Any other murders, none have been attributed to him.
Got it.
But I mean, medical examiner who can write his own
death certificate. Yeah, right, exactly.
So anything's possible. Anything's possible or plausible.
If you can dream it, you can.
Yeah, if you can dream it, you can make it. So what this fucker does, all right? I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna go into all the other bullshit. So what he does is he tells French resistance fighters and escaping Jews and gypsies that for 25,000 francs a person, he will sneak them out of France and get them into South America. So people are like, fuck yeah, man. The Nazis are getting ready to fucking round up my whole family. He's like, dude, smuggle me and my family out, dude.
25 what?
25,000 francs per person.
Wow.
He says, okay, to get you into South America, they got different diseases down there. All sorts of shit's fucked up down there.
Right.
So I got to give you this inoculation. People are like, okay.
Give me my shots.
Yeah, so he then administers cyanide.
Fuck.
And kills everyone who comes through his office doors.
Wow.
He then takes all of their valuables, because they've just brought everything with them.
All their belongings, like everything. Yeah.
Everything that they and then he takes 25,000 francs from them.
He's straight up robbing them.
Just robbing them. And then when he's done, he either threw them in the river, he buried them in a shallow grave covered in lye, or he burned the body in his home fireplace.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So he is subsequently, after this, he is...
wow.
He's convicted of 26 murders.
Wow. So is his pure motive or is just
money?
Robbery, money? Yeah. Money. Okay.
Yeah. Now, so he kills 26 people that they know of. Most people attribute him in the neighborhood of 60.
Wow. Yeah.
60 murders.
He killed whole family, like kids.
Whole families. Yeah, dude. All of them. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. And did it with cyanide. So like. You know,
did they say like injections? Like, giving them shots.
Yeah, like, giving them shots of cyanide. Like,
I don't know how quick you die. I guess hopefully,
dude, you can look all that shit up on your own.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't want to really dive any deeper. It's fucked up. But if he's killing families, I'm hoping like kids didn't watch their parents die and all this shit. You know,
I don't think this guy gave a fuck. Man.
Yeah, well, probably not.
So anyway, at the time of
Satan.
when I guess. All is said and done, he makes 200 million francs off of his illicit dealings in cyanide poisonings.
200
million.
Oh,
and do the math. I mean, 25 grand a pop per person.
Yeah, okay.
So, and then he made 200 million. So that's why there's a little discrepancy between the 26 that they knew of and the $200 million figure
right.
that he had.
That's a lot of guacamole.
There's a lot of guacamole. Somebody added a little extra parsley to the old. So,
wow, man.
So
that's fucked.
The way he gets caught is choice.
Okay, all right.
So
continue. I had no clue that was what like. I've never heard of this.
But so
guy
here's how the guy kind of got away with it. So he was getting away with it because, look, these people aren't walking around. There's no witnesses saying like, hey.
Well, they were obviously going to leave the country too, so they were probably kind of being quiet about it.
Yeah, well, they're leaving the country. Nobody ever sees them again. So it looks like
A
plus B equals C.
Right,
you know,
right.
Yeah. So he gets caught because his neighbors smell horrible scents coming out of his fireplace.
Jesus.
And the police knock on the door and they find human remains in his fireplace.
My God. All right. Dumbass move, man.
So he's arrested.
I mean, I'm glad that he did that because he probably would have gotten away with it if he didn't.
Yeah. So when he's finally
I'm not glad that he did it. Let me rephrase that. But
no, yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I'm glad he's retarded about it.
Yeah, right. Ugh. Burp, PC.
Yeah, sorry.
Burp, burp.
Sorry, he was
an idiot.
An idiot about that. But you know,
damn, getting away.
So he was caught by the French government. And,
so the neighbors straight up called the cops on him, and that was it. And the cops they caught him red-handed.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Damn.
But to tell you how bad of a motherfucker this is and how much they fucking hated him, World War II is breaking. You know, World War II is in full stretch right now, and he's
high.
spending his efforts killing the French people who are just trying to get out of Dodge.
No shit.
Right?
Wow.
So then
what an ass.
When he's arrested and then sentenced for the 26 murders, he is executed by guillotine May 25th, 1946. So
guillotine. Wow.
Yeah, they fucking lopped his head off.
That's the first one that we've
first guillotine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so he was. They label this dude a serial killer. I don't know that I would label him a serial killer. The only thing I think that makes him a serial killer is that he used the same method.
Right.
Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Well, now so what technically condones
serial killer
using the term?
I feel like serial killer is more ritualistically based. Like
not body count, number of people.
No, I
mean, a serial killer isn't a serial killer just because they killed multiple people. In other words, it's if they killed them the same way.
Yeah, it's the ritual that they go about. I think that's what classifies them as a serial killer.
Right.
And then I think there's this guy to me is more like a mass murderer than he is a serial killer.
Right.
Like he just used the same method, so he kind of gets lumped in with other serial killers.
To me, either way, mass murder. Yeah.
To me, this dude just. I hate to paint it this way, but he was just exploiting. He was exploitation was his deal. Like he was trying to.
Like he's preying on people that were
people
vulnerable.
Trusted him.
Yeah,
they're vulnerable. He knew that he could take all their money and all their shit, and he didn't want any witnesses, so he killed them. Like it.
Jesus.
Like he didn't prey upon people for the act of murder. He preyed upon people for money.
Well, he straight up conned him and then killed him.
Conned him and killed him, yes. Yeah. But the killing was more of a mechanism to continue to amass wealth than it was, I need to murder to make the demons stop clawing at the back of my eyes. Like that kind of weird, like not like Son of Sam, like, you know.
No, some people they got off on the actual act of killing.
Right.
Some other people said, I have to kill to get what I want.
Right. I mean, you know, you think
both are fucked.
Like
but,
to me, like the Dahmers, the Ted Bundys, the John Wayne Gacy's, you know, those kind of guys. Like it's more, it's about the ritual. And murder's kind of a side effect of the ritual.
Yeah.
Whereas this is really more of a I'm stealing all your shit.
I'm stealing your shit.
And I'm trying not to get caught.
It's really fucked, though.
Oh, yeah, man. It's dark as fuck. I mean, whole families.
Yeah.
Whole families, like...
Well, and what you kind of just touched on is, to me, it's like, God, that makes it even more depressing, even, is that he's preying on people who, like, are scared already, and they're like, oh, fuck yes, dude, this guy's going to help us.
Yeah,
the whole family's got their hopes up, and they're like, we're going to get out, and then whack. Like, now, fuck, that's horrible.
Now, you switch this, right? You switch this, and you say, okay, it's occupied France. This guy could have been doing this to the fucking Germans.
Yeah,
the fucking Nazis.
Wrong team.
They would have been fucking carrying this dude down the streets.
Parading him.
A fucking national hero for killing the fuck out of some Germans. And he's like, no, man. Like, I'm going to kill French people, bro.
My own people.
Like, I'm going to kill my own people. They got money, bro.
They got money.
I'm going to take their money. They are coming to me with a genuine need.
Wow.
Kill the fuck out of them.
This, I imagine, is one of those times where they have the guillotine in the middle of the town square, and people are like fucking pumped. And this might be one of the times that I'm like, yeah, you know what? I probably would be like, yeah, that's okay if you attend that and cheer that one on. Because normally I think that's a fucking dark side of humanity.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they used to do it back in the days. And I'm like, you see the movies where like the women and children are like, yeah, and we talked about stoning them. And I'm like, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But even if they are, you know, murderers or whatever, you don't want your kids to go and cheer that shit on. This one, I'm like, you're killing your own people and doing it.
You're doing it at wartime. Like, if the Nazis aren't killing enough of your fucking people, you're fucking helping out.
Yeah, right. Like, and this could have been a really fucking cool story if there was Nazis in place of
if he was a Nazi killer, like a Nazi serial killer.
Now that's a movie they should have fucking made.
Yeah, like, I mean, but you know, the more I was reading this story, like, I mean, he definitely looks creepy. You know, he definitely looks like sinister.
He looks like he would do this sort of shit. Like that picture is
he's a manipulator, man.
Oh yeah.
Like he was lazy about it. Like he was lazy about it. Like he was like, I'm not even gonna take them to the river and throw them in the water.
Well, that's
I'm
what
not
I
gonna
wonder
bury
how
them
many,
and lie. He's like, I'm just gonna throw them in my fireplace.
I wonder how many he got away with until he's like, you know what, this is smooth sailing. You know, and then he got lazy.
200 million francs, bro.
Yeah, no shit. And they said what 26 were what he was, charged with or whatever. Yeah, wow.
So
how did they? Maybe you already said it. Did they find like the belongings? Is that how they could count for the people that were missing? Is it because their shit was in his house?
Well, I mean, so he said that he was part of the French Resistance.
Resistance.
So I think that the people,
French people,
the people that were, fucking sorry to the French people, all the horrible shit we've said, one bad accent,
that's the one that topped the
fucking shit. But no, so I think what the real deal was, you know, after he was caught, people were like, well, yeah, dude, we've been sending people there. I sent Bill and Jane and Sam and Michael and
Joe and fucking
these are all not traditionally French names, by the way.
Yeah, you know that French guy Joe,
Bill, Sam.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, I think a lot of it was probably circumstantial if they didn't find evidence, but I think that they nailed him on the 26th because they probably found like family pictures. IDs and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
They, I mean, I don't know that the French in World War II had dental records that they were comparing shit to, but you know, this guy. I mean, this dude was just this was his get rich quick scheme.
So it was all on his own, right? There was no.
And he had no assistance. Like nobody's fucking helping this guy. He did get married. Previous to moving to France, he married a wealthy butcher's daughter.
She disappear?
They had a son. I didn't really look into the family. Okay. Like, it didn't fucking matter to me.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah, fair enough.
Meh. Yeah. But I mean, I will say this, in the research that I did, like, nobody was ever like, oh, the wife was helping. You know, like, I didn't see that they executed the wife. They could have very well put her, like, they could have put them in a tandem guillotine and fucking locked them together.
Off. Yeah.
But I think it was just this dude. Like, to me, like,
just greedy, fucking selfish. He was just Weasley little.
If you see this dude, he seemed like he was just smart enough and just eager enough to just do the bare minimum.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna do only just enough I'm gonna get rich, but I don't want, like, I'm gonna get real rich, and literally, I mean, I think this is the kind of guy that, like, even if he had means to get these people to, South America, right, and get them out of war-torn France and save their lives, he would have still killed them.
He wasn't going to do that.
Because it would have cost him more effort.
And money. It would have cost him some of his precious money.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is clearly just a straight-up robbery.
Yeah.
Quite possibly the most brutal case of robbery.
Yeah. He's a robber. He's a thief. Like, he's not...
So, Dr. Satan...
Yeah,
that's my question.
Where did that name come from?
Yeah, like what?
You got to think about it, man.
Just evil.
I mean, well, and under the guise of being a doctor, right, saving people, getting them to South America, I'm gonna inoculate you from the diseases that you might run into,
right, in
South America, and using that as your way to administer death.
He is not. Yeah, dude, exactly what you said at the beginning. Fuck, that sucks, because Dr. Satan is a cool-ass villain name, and this dude does not deserve that shit.
No, at all. This guy is more like petty criminal B with a high body count.
B, yeah, right, the B team, right. The fucking,
like, he's just like...
the bench fucking squad.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but you kind of, like, see the trajectory for his life at the beginning of the story. Like, when he's, like, brings his dad's gun into school to shoot it off just so he can get some pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Like, I think it, like, that showmanship, that, like, wanting to be the big man.
Yeah.
I think kind of drove, like, because, I mean, he ran for mayor. He did all these things. He wanted to be prestigious. He wanted to have all of this.
And you're right. He probably was a smooth ass talker.
Yeah.
That's why people trusted him, and he was able to lure him into his death den and fucking, wow.
Well, and you got to imagine, like, France throughout the first half of the 1900s, like, dude, they just got butt fucked, man. World War I, World War II.
Yeah.
I mean, just completely just getting ass rammed. And
we don't need this shit going on. Come on, throw us a fucking bone.
But the point is, like, I don't know how many, like, at that point you're like, nah, man, nobody at home's going to be the one fucking us. Like, it's outside.
We've got people literally coming to,
yeah. So you don't see that shit coming.
Yeah,
it's outside influences that are going to be the ones that are going to kill us.
Yeah, I was going to use the term diabolical, but it's really just not. It's
not. It's
fucking,
preying.
It's preying. Yeah, right. Which is fucking just twisted.
Yeah. So, I mean, a thief? Yes. A robber? Yes.
Wow. You know what's so weird about this? And I don't mean to kind of go completely off the topic. I mean, well, it literally is the topic, but this guy was on my list, and I have no idea why. Like this
it's probably Dr. Satan.
Maybe, but when you told me this is Dr. Satan, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I should have known Dr. Satan was on my list.
The dude's
it's really
name,
weird, but
the dude's name is like, I mean, it's not easy to remember name.
Well, no,
it's like
it's not.
5 first names. It's literally like 5 first names.
It is 5 first names. Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, all right.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Like this is
maybe you saw a picture of him. You're like, dude, that dude's creepy.
Oh, look at that. Well, whatever it is, because I mean, like, honestly, I had never heard this story, but I feel like this is a story that people that would have been told and shit on other podcasts and shit. At least, there's a shit ton of true crime, YouTube videos and shows and podcasts and everything. I've never heard anybody cover this dude.
No, I will say that the stuff that I researched, I mean, there's stuff out there, but it is
not a ton.
More obscure, I'll say it that way.
Okay.
Like, you can find it. It's not hard. Like,
right.
Like if you type in Dr. Satan, you're going to end up with all the Rob Zombie movies. But if you type in French Dr. Satan.
Or the real Dr. Satan.
Dr. Satan.
I think that's how I got that photo.
So that's how you find him.
But there wasn't that. Like, I had to scroll down quite a bit. It's funny. I'm like, this should be at the fucking top just because it's so
But it's also not local to us.
That's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like this is the kind of thing that's like the boogeyman of
in
Western
France,
Europe.
they know the story in
yeah,
France,
oh,
right?
for
I know what
sure.
you're saying. Right,
like
right,
this
right.
is a French boogeyman. This
Yeah.
is, you know,
Kids don't
the-
go.
I mean,
come home before dark. Dr. Satan.
I legitimately have no idea, if French people, are traditionally horrible about going to the doctor to getting things checked out. If they are, I can see that it would probably root from
I get
genetic memory
It's
of
understood.
this shit.
Yeah,
like,
right.
like no, I get it. Like I get it.
I remember that story. Fucking Uncle Marcel. Is that a French name? Marcel? No.
Yeah, Marcel's a dude. One of his names is Marcel.
Oh, that's why it popped in my head. Then.
His name is Marcel.
Fantastic.
Andre Henri Felix.
Fantastic.
Petiot.
I questioned myself right there immediately.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, one of the things, like, so when he's trying to like save his own neck, literally save his own neck.
You mean after he was like arrested?
After he was caught. So he kept playing this whole thing about like, oh, I worked for the French Resistance and like, you know, da 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 da, and like he would list like people that he worked with and these missions that he helped out with and all of these things, and they literally like talk to people in the French Resistance and everyone's like, we've never heard any of that shit.
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, like we don't know any of that stuff. And then
he was just grasping at straws.
Like he was trying to save his own shit, man. And then like they were like literally like started talking to like their intelligence network at the time, I guess.
Right.
It's called the Pond.
Okay.
Kind of a whatever.
All right.
I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to be an asshole right here. Okay, so French people
Why the change of heart?
Well, no, is all right. You'll see why when I get done saying it. Okay, so French people are usually like in a means of defaming French people, you call them frogs, and I find it funny that
I've never heard that.
That it's they're
the
in the
pond.
It's their fucking intelligence community. But
shit.
they literally like talk to people, and everyone was like, "Dude, no, like we don't know who this fucking."
First
guy
of all,
is. Like we never worked with this guy. We know who he is because we sent Henri and all these people to go get out of the country, and he fucking killed all of
Other
them.
people with French names over there.
Yeah, Frenchie. We sent a bunch of frogs over there. They all got
that is fucked. Well, one, I'd never heard that slur or whatever you want to call it. But so well, even if he was a member of the what'd you call it, the French resistance, like, oh well, okay, we'll let you off. Like, what the fuck? What does it matter if like, what, you know what I mean? You've killed that many people in that way, our own people. Like, dude, I don't give a fuck if you were a freedom fighter or whatever the fuck. You know, you're out.
Yeah,
we're taking your head.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Well, and
you're an asshole,
dude. I mean, if you're trying to get your lust off for murder, dude, kill the Nazis.
Yeah,
you had an open kill ticket.
Yeah.
In Europe to kill as many Nazis as you want. If there were ever a time to be a serial killer, the golden age of being a serial killer was killing Nazis in Europe.
Yeah.
You know,
don't
like
fucking give you high fives and shit and attaboys. Like, come on. Get it out of your system. Hey, kill them.
Yeah. So I just there's a lot of this story where I'm like it's just lazy.
Yeah.
This guy was just lazy. He just wanted money.
Well, that's why I said, like, I'm glad that that's why I was like, I'm not glad that he killed anybody, but I'm glad that he got lazy and he did what he did as far as using it in the or using his own home, because otherwise he could have gone on for who knows how long. Everybody was preoccupied with fear and fucking the wars going on, like, so.
Well, and he preyed on that.
What's I'm saying, but he could have gotten away with it if he didn't fucking get lazy. So I'm glad that's why when I said, I'm glad he fucking used his fireplace.
We've talked about this before, man. They all get lazy, dude.
Yeah, that's how they get caught.
And if they get caught, it's usually because they got lazy,
or they want to get caught.
Yeah. This dude, he was just lazy, dude.
Yeah.
he didn't think he could get caught. But he did not have a traditionally good track record of not getting caught. Like, he got caught as the mayor stealing everything. He got caught
true.
as the other guy stealing electricity. He was basically run out of town for those things and being an illegal abortionist and selling morphine to the fucking kiddos.
That's right.
Then he moves to Paris, where he starts doing abortions and selling morphine to kiddos.
Yeah, dude, you're not a good criminal.
Yeah, like, he's not good at it, man.
Oh.
And he was getting caught. Let's not forget that he was getting caught at a time in Europe when they had much bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be so fucking bad at what you're doing for the French
To catch you doing
government to be like, we got to get this guy.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Those Nazis are going to have to wait while we fucking handle this dude.
He was decapitated in 46. They're rebuilding at the very least. They've got much bigger issues to deal with.
Yeah.
You
Which
know?
probably pissed him off.
They're like, motherfucker, man.
You know what? We don't have time for this. Cut his head off. Fuck
Like,
him.
all the shit that's going on, and the French police, whatever's left of it, is like, are you serious? I have to go to this dude's house?
Really?
And then they go to this dude's house and like, fucking really?
This is what you're fucking doing? Oh, that's not even
All
funny.
right,
But damn it.
cocksucker, get in the car.
Yeah, no shit.
Woo, woo.
Woo, woo.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad he got his head lopped off.
yeah, man.
We've had too many. I feel like there's been a few recently that they've either.
Squirmed their way out of things.
Well, they've either. Well, I say commit suicide. I'm using air quotes because obviously we don't know. That's hearsay.
Right.
You disagree with that, and I can agree. Well, we've done a bunch of them actually where the suicide is questionable.
Well, I don't know if we've done a bunch of them. One of
The last two, I feel like I did.
yeah, but one of them was Kurt Cobain.
Well, yeah,
So I mean,
a big one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of that was justified. Like, I don't think he should have been killed. Like,
Well, no shit.
yeah, but I mean, the idea of things.
I mean, you disagree with the fact that it was suicide. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, I disagree. Yes, we've done a few where we definitely disagree with suicide as being the cause of death.
Right.
But I would say that the more disturbing thing is the amount of people that I think you and I both agree would have been justified capital punishment cases.
Oh yeah, and have either not
Some
received,
walking free.
I don't want to bring those douchebags up again, but yes.
So yes, there's been some crestfallen moments in this podcast when it comes to the justice system, when it comes to mass murder and serial killer.
Yeah, so this one feels kind of good. I'm
Yeah,
like, all right.
like this dude earned it. Yeah. I mean, and I don't say earned it like in a good way. I mean, like, earned it like, yeah, way to go. Way to go, French people.
Yeah, exactly. Although I will say that I'm assuming that a guillotine is probably pretty quick and painless.
I mean, they say the fucking brain stays alive for like 45 seconds or some shit after your head gets lopped off.
Yeah, but if it's detached from your head, you don't feel anything, right?
I mean, dude, I don't know. I've never been beheaded.
I don't want to find out.
Never been beheaded.
Yeah.
Don't know anybody that's been able to write anything after they were.
I think those are chickens that you're thinking of.
No. I mean, your brain is, as long as it's still got some blood up there,
Right.
You know, it's gonna have, But I imagine all the fucking main systems just shut the fuck down.
Yeah, right. In other words, I would have liked to see him go with some sort of painful
Cyanide.
yeah,
Like we'll go low
eye
dose.
for eye, yo.
Yeah, like we'll go low dose cyanide until you just kick.
Until you
Like,
kick.
Yeah, just here's a drop at a time until you're fucking dead, bro.
Yeah, right. All right, Dr. Satan.
Dr. Satan, very lackluster story for a name that.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, I could see like Gacy being Dr. Satan,
Right.
or
yeah, absolutely.
Ed Gein, or like Albert Fish being
For sure. Holmes.
Dr.
Yeah,
Satan.
right.
Like, yeah, I mean Holmes, like fucking A,
he
man.
is Dr. Satan.
Yeah,
Right.
So,
Dr. Death, I feel. Yeah, that's why I guess I'm like, whoa. Like, how did I not know the fucking story of Dr. Satan? And I was like, but I don't know this story.
And
so.
dude, we are buffing some edges off this. Like, he was convicted of 26 murders.
Yeah, no.
As
yeah.
upwards of 60 murders. He was not a nice
No,
individual.
Absolutely not trying to make light of the fact that he was an awful human being.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the terror, I guess, side of this is not as pronounced as some of the other killers that we've.
Yeah, or maybe it's just you did not go into detail, hopefully because it's not available, of the situations, because there was no survivors, so no one could tell the story of this is what it was like,
Yeah.
And so a lot of these stories we tell, there are survivors or witnesses, and so, or the killer themselves has told details. That always makes it a little bit more intense, I guess.
I mean, this one, he was, viewed as the savior. Pulling these people out of a war-torn country, saving their lives, and then just, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to kill you and
hero.
you and your whole fucking family, bro. So.
Yeah, what a scumbag.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't.
Dr. Douche.
Yeah. Wario, man, he looks
Wario,
like Wario, man.
it.
He looks like he looked like
does.
Wario to me. Man.
No, I get it.
You put a fucking hat on him, dude. He looks like Wario, or he looks like he should be like on the other side of like a fucking Tommy gun aimed at Humphrey Bogart,
right?
Like, but I do think that the media and the
with these names,
man. I think we got to stop walking away from giving them these like the Iceman Killer.
Yeah,
Dr. Satan.
Dr. Satan, which is,
I mean,
quite possibly one of the badass names.
Most badass names, yeah.
I mean,
you got like the
Marvelous
the
Kings,
Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker. That's,
you got the
right.
Zodiac Killer. Like, I mean, they make them like the Ripper Crew. Like they give them these names, and I know why they do it. They do it to sell fucking
tickets,
right.
Sell papers and headlines
sell papers,
and shit.
Get clicks on the fucking internet or whatever. This obviously all happened way before the internet, but
what do you think I'm fucking titling this episode?
Yeah, but I know, but I mean, we didn't come up with the fucking name.
No shit.
But
I'm fucking joking.
But the idea of it is, at least some of these motherfuckers feed off of that.
Yeah, they do.
And it's like you give them this fucking creepy badass name. They're like, yeah, I am Dr. Satan.
Fuck yeah, Yeah, oh man, absolutely. They don't deserve it. And if you're going to give them the name, do it after they're dead.
Yeah.
Don't give them the pleasure of fucking basking in the... Oh man, dude, that
Unicorn Farts Bill.
Yeah. That's it.
Strawberry Sherbert.
Unicorn Farts Bill.
Strawberry Sherbert. Just killed another. Just start giving the most bubblegum Billy.
Rainbow Butthole.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, just start giving them fucking horrible names.
Unicorn Farts Bill. That's the title. Never mind. Dr. Satan's Unicorn Farts Bill is the title.
Strawberry Shortcake Blumpkins. Coming around the corner. 3 murders.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
But, I don't really have anything else to add.
No. How can you after whatever the fuck you just said?
But, I think he's a very terrifying character, and the idea that he just preyed upon people at their worst time in their life.
Yeah, the vulnerability aspect of it's really sad.
And
then
you've got the Nazis on one side, they're going to kill you. Or oh, here's freedom, here's safety, here's our savior, and oh wait, me and the family are dead.
Oh fuck,
me and the family are dead.
You can't trust anyone, which is just disheartening to the other,
right.
The people the neighbors, for fuck's sake. I mean, Jesus.
Let's just pray that he used morphine or something on him to knock him out, and then hit him with cyanide. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's hope that. Even if he didn't do it out of, respect or, being gentle, if he did it just so that he didn't have to deal with them fighting.
Right.
Even if that was they were only given that as a way to make his life easier, then fuck it, I'll take it. At least they didn't suffer.
Yeah. Right.
So the fact that he was willy-nilly with morphine in his early life makes me think that maybe he would have at least knocked all these fuckers out and then hit him with the cyanide.
Right. God. Well, we'd like to think that.
So
that makes it a little bit...
That's the solace I'm going to paint it with in my head.
There you go. I like it.
There you go.
I'll go along.
There you go, kiddies.
Thanks.
That'll help you sleep at night.
That does help. Oh shit.
So
that was actually a really good topic. I'm strangely
aroused.
happy. Well, not where I was going. I'm strangely kind of. I'm not using the word proud of myself, but I'm surprised that I put that name on my list. I didn't even know what the fuck it was, who he was.
Yeah.
Dr. Satan.
Yeah, Dr. Satan.
There it is.
So I'm done with your. I'm not done with your list, but none of your list is sitting in my tank, correct? No. Okay, so I'm doing a suggestion next.
Yeah, and we've got a bunch of suggestions.
Yeah, we have a shit ton of suggestions.
Thanks, by the way, guys.
Yes,
and gals. That's awesome.
So I'm gonna pick up a suggestion for next week.
All right. Do you already know what it is, or are you just gonna hold off and go through the list?
I do know what it is, actually.
Well, you don't have to reveal it. I mean, if you want to.
But then how are they going to know if they want to come back or not? No, just gonna. So I'm going to do a female serial killer from Indiana.
Oh,
yeah,
close to home.
So tune in next week for a
female
serial killer. These are it's like seeing a unicorn in a $5,000 suit. It's not a common occurrence.
No, it's not. We haven't done a female serial. Well,
yeah, and Catherine Knight is definitely.
But was she a serial killer? See, that goes back to the thing. She was a female killer. We've done.
We'll go kill.
And I did the giggling nanny.
The giggling nanny.
Which, that could be a serial killer. Yeah. She would be considered, I imagine.
Yeah. Tee hee.
All right, good shit. All right, man. After that giggle, I think I'm just going to turn it off.
Yeah. Tee hee.
Good night.